we're a married threesome. It stems from adoration and just absolute anarchy.
Yeah.
Ramblin' Rascal Tavern is now 8 years old.
Yeah.
We turned 8 this year, so it's 9 next year.
Did you imagine this would be here in 8 years' time when you open, do you think?
No, I don't. See, we've been through so much here. Like, again, floods and COVID and whatnot.
Yeah.
Everything's always on that fine line of like, but I don't know, something in the back of your mind always tells you that you're just going to turn up for work and it will be here. So
Right.
I've never really thought of that sort of, well, what happens if it's not here sort of thing. Maybe I'm too scared to face that. I'm not sure. It's interesting because I've never really thought, could it be gone? But yeah, look, I hope so. I hope many, like even now you get 18-year-old kids coming in and it's like, even I'm like, oh shit, 18-year-olds. There's a new generation of people coming to experience something I built 8 years ago.
Do they interact with it the same way 18-year-olds did 8 years ago?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah?
I think I'm definitely still a child at heart, so I still act like a fucking 18-year-old.
You still ride a little
Running around
bicycle
on
through?
tricycles and tattoos and fucking jumping on bar tops, dancing, topless, all that sort of
Feeding
stuff.
the baby giraffe.
So I think it's a great space for 18-year-olds who are fresh out to come down and experience, because it has all those elements that you can get a top end cocktail, classic cocktail. You want an ice cold margarita, or you want a Negroni or an old fashioned. We can walk you through all that.
Great daiquiri here.
Yeah, daiquiris, exactly. If you always want to crush cans because you're going to university, you got no money. Fuck, $6 is pretty cheap.
Still $6?
Still $6 after 8 years.
I always thought it was $5.
Nah, everyone thinks it was $5. It's
And then
never
you jacked up the
$5.
price a dollar.
Like, inflation's killing us right now, but I'm wearing that for you. That's all good.
So for the rare person who's going to be watching this, who doesn't know what Ramblin' Rascal Tavern's all about, what is this place about? What is it?
Well, essentially, when we kicked it off, we left the Baxter as like, that was a premier whiskey bar in Australia, if not the world.
Yeah.
Heaps of other bars around Sydney and Australia started opening as well, with a focus on whiskey, tequila, and gin. Those are the three main categories that people focus on in Australia, really strangely, when they open bars. It's a thing. So we sort of kicked that our way. And when we opened here, we sort of like, well, let's do cognac because it's a bit baller. But with that, we didn't become specifically a cognac bar because we still have, really good rums and whiskeys and gins and whatnot as well. So as it evolved, it was less a cognac bar, just shooting cognac and drinking shit tins. And we became a sort of like a 5-star dive bar, which in my personal opinion, it adds to the longevity of it. The dive bars never die.
Yeah.
Trends come and go, but dive bars remain,
You don't have to spend any money on fitting the place out?
Nah, not at all. They're literally shit gets put on your walls.
And you leave it?
You just leave it there. Not literal shit, but like stuff.
How long do you reckon this bar will be around for?
Forever, hopefully. I need to retire on something, right? Somewhere to sit where I get. This is the super right here. Or somewhere where I won't get kicked out of in my old age or become belligerent.
Yeah.
Look, I would love to. Like I said, dive bars never die, so I never want it to really go. But this city loves tearing things down and building new stuff.
We do in Sydney, don't we?
Yeah, rest in peace, Frankie's.
Yeah.
But we'll be here for as long as that they let us be here, I suppose.
When you first opened, it's a busy time. Of course, it's busy time. Like you're flat out opening a bar, right? And the lead up to it, and then after. At what point do you get to like turn around and look at what you've done and go, "Wow, we did something really good"?
I think you do that every day.
Yeah?
Yeah. Every day you walk in, you're like, oh shit, yeah, this is pretty alright, hey. Or you're like, oh fuck, I meant to fix that 2 years ago and I didn't. I think, you have to really appreciate it pretty much every day you walk in on it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Winning awards is fun too. Even though like it can be, the biggest wank in the world.
Yeah.
It's still a lot of fun because it's your peers sort of saying, hey, you did a good job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's like, it's like a pat on the back.
Is it important when it comes from your peers?
Yeah, I think it's way more important coming from your peers because they're the people who judge you the most, Like we can be pretty catty. I love it, Like it's good. Keeping each other honest is important.
Yeah.
So being nominated by your peers alone is amazing. So I think that's pretty awesome.
How has the bar changed over the years? Because you know, as you said, it's a dive bar, things sort of keep sticking. So there's the decor part. But how has the ethos kind of changed or evolved or grown?
I think that's the thing. The ethos or the philosophy hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Very much like we're not the premier bar in Sydney serving the best cocktails in the world and revolutionising the chefing world as well. We're a dive bar, and I think it's the product and the ethos is you get really good service and you can get a really good drink.
Right.
That's our ethos. Like, and don't be a dick essentially. So it's a safe space too.
Yeah.
And I think if you're consistent with all of those and you teach your staff to permeate that through their service as well, then that just remains. You get people coming back for that, even though it's not the best bar. You know what I mean?
That's pretty damn good.
It's pretty damn good. But I think that's really important. It's all about service, and like I tell everyone that when they work here, it's like treat this like it's your house party.
When you guys opened, you had all 3 owners behind the bar,
Yeah.
and that's kind of, I think, sort of what's made it special. Christo was there as well.
Christo as well, we had 3 owners behind the bar for at least 4 years.
Yeah.
So to have that and like we worked with each other on the daily at Baxter Inn at Swell House. So we've been working together for almost 10 years.
And you still get along?
And we still get along, surprisingly. I mean, we still quarrel and like lovers, but at the end of the day, we're married. We're a married threesome. It stems from adoration and just absolute anarchy.
Yeah.